Okay, my Married at First Sight fans, I know this has been buzzing since we saw it Wednesday night after Decision Day. This whole claim of the teaser for the Married at First Sight San Diego Season 15 Reunion Part 1 about this whole thing with Justin claiming that Nate made a pass at him. And I kind of wanted to discuss this, give some thoughts on it, get you guys' thoughts on it down in the comment section. But if anybody have not seen it, it is on my IG, or we can watch it here in a few seconds. So let me give a formal introduction. Welcome you guys to Romance Review TV with Lady T. We're going to talk about this upcoming reunion part 1 for Married at First Sight season 15, and I was pretty shocked, to say the least, to see what I saw. I know everybody was, because everybody's been buzzing about it since Wednesday night. So I'm going to show segments of the clip. I had to do a lot of editing to it because without getting a copyright strike. And, so if you see it look kind of staggered, you'll still hear the consistency of the actual audio, but everything else is kind of edited just to make sure, we get the content without being, stricken with anything. So without further ado, we'll do that, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
You're emotional, period, point blank. I literally just don't take some of the face out of my boy. What you gonna do, bro? Do you dirty? Yeah. Bro, you made a pass at me twice before the show. What pass? You were hitting on me. I don't talk to you. You can't answer the question. Take some of the face out of boy. What you gonna do, bro?
Okay, so there we have it, the teaser for the show that's coming up on November 2nd episode of the reunion special, where we heard Justin lashing out at Nate, who claims he made a pass at him prior to filming. Now, we just finished up the season with the Decision Day, and I'm telling you, when we heard him say, bruh, you made a pass at me twice before the show, that's what Justin said. He was talking to Nate. Nate was like, what pass? Justin was like, you were hitting on me. Now, of course, Nate and Justin continued to exchange words after Justin made that whole shocking allegation. Now, eventually, we saw briefly how Justin get up and indicates there's some type of fight that is happening between the two of them, and with Kevin Frazier stepping in trying to defuse the situation. What the heck is exactly going on here? Because obviously I don't know. I mean, the way that they made it look as if Justin really claimed that Nate was interested in him sexually, and I put a question mark behind that. I mean, it could be a situation where the teaser is playing up this whole moment for drama, but it definitely seems clear that there is some, there's no love lost between these two guys. And it's not a huge surprise because there's been issues with them throughout the season, as it seemed like they didn't get along. Now, for a moment, it did look like on Keisha Knight Pulliam's episode, where the two of them were trying to work together, especially when they were talking about Alexis. I know Nate had a lot to say about Alexis this season. And, this whole situation where they were really emotional. We even heard Nate call Alexis immature, calling her a liar, all this stuff, and how she was leading Justin on. Only thing I can think of, if this actually happened, I know that a lot of folks, from what we saw on screen, he was very emotional. A lot of folks were calling Justin feminine, which, different energies are out there. I'm just going to leave it right there. I don't know if this was a situation where Nate was trying to see and test, not per se that he actually was interested in him. If this past that Justin is talking about has happened, I mean, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole to try to say that, Nate is on the down low or anything, because, of course, that's not fair to his wife, Stasha. But the thing is that, if this actually happened and that was said, could he have been testing Justin just to see if he could get a reaction out of him, to see how he would respond? Because maybe there was some preconceived notions that Nate have. Now, this is all speculation. I don't know. This is just my thoughts. But if that actually happened, could that have been the case? He saw this guy who, is very, he's very emotional, that type of thing that we saw most of the season. And I think he even mentioned a little bit of that in this reunion special, because I caught a little bit of that in the clip as well. Was Nate just trying to test him just to see what his preference was? That's not a good thing to do if that's the case, because it's like, hey, whatever's going to come out is going to come out. It's going to manifest itself, whatever it is. But it's just interesting that that's what he is, alleging in regards to Nate. And then again, this could all be played up for the cameras and editing, because one thing we do know about Married at First Sight, they absolutely love to trigger the audience, to get you to watch, to get you to talk, to get you excited. And then when you actually see what happens, it's like, oh, that was it? And I know you guys know what I'm referring to after watching 15 seasons of Kinectic Content's work. Kinectic Contents is the production company, if for those that don't know. But that's just my thoughts. I mean, I did see some comments where people was like, oh yeah, Nate looked like this, that, and the third. I'm not going to even go down that rabbit hole with that. But I'm just going to work with what's here and what maybe that I think could have happened, or Justin misconstrued. Maybe he was just being friendly to the guy. I don't know what was said to make Justin feel that, it was a pass or whatever. And again, all of this stuff is definitely going to come out after the season, which is, one of the things that I enjoy, finding out what happens post the cameras after the season is over with, because everybody started talking. So I'm going to leave it right there. I want to get the conversation started down in the comment section with you guys, because I know y'all probably have a lot to say. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that it actually happened the way Justin is alleging? Is this a possibility that he was just testing Justin just to see, what his preference was? Which, again, I don't go along with any of that. That's not cool if that's the case. I'm not saying that's what Nate was doing. This is just, thought processes or, options that we get to think about of why this is there. And, of course, we won't know until Wednesday, November 2nd, right? All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Let me know your thoughts. Until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.